Welcome everybody, it's Rusty Money here. This is a channel full of live streams, challenges, let's plays, and more. So I hope you enjoy this next creation. Welcome everybody, it's your friend Rusty Money here. And I am here to bring you a video about a particular mod that just came to the Mod Hub. It is very similar to an old mod that was created in FS19 and FS22 by a different modder. The name of that mod was called the Front Lifter. Well, this mod here is called the Unihyd. Basically, it is universal hydraulics. Unihyd. Universal hydraulics. It basically operates very similar to the old mod that was created by a different modder called the Front Lifter. Yeah. Well, let's take a look at this universal hydraulic tool that you can hook up to different vehicles in Farming Simulator. All this equipment you see behind me is base game. In front of me, which you don't see, are three different pieces of implements that you can then operate with this tool when it's attached to your machine. First off, let's look at this universal hydraulic tool created by MTL Modding Team. It is 1.68 megabytes to install. It is in the miscellaneous category, and it is for all platforms. The Unihyd, a short for Universal Hydraulics, was developed to provide tractors, forage harvesters, telehandlers, and wheel loaders that only have a trailer hitch with hydraulics for a wide range of tasks. Unihyd, price $2,700, configurations, hydraulic color, and trailer hitch color. Category, vehicles, other miscellaneous. Well, on the screen now, you should see a screenshot of this particular mod we're going to highlight. Okay, hopefully you saw that screenshot there to give you a better look at the universal hydraulic tool. But look at this little thing here on these two pallets. I got one painted there in yellow and black, and this one painted in like a light gray and yellow. Okay, well, in the store, let's take a look at this thing. In the store, you go to miscellaneous all the way at the bottom here, and it is this here, Lizard Unihyd for $2,700. Only has two customizations: the hydraulic color itself, which is the part that attaches to your machine. So let's change that color to pink. And then you have the hitch color, which then you can hook to your trailer or whatever you're going to use on this tool. Let's change the color of that. Let's go with black. All right, there you go, pink and black. That is a universal hydraulic tool, and it costs you nothing to paint it. All right, well, you're probably gonna ask Rusty, what does it connect to? Well, everybody, all of what I have here behind me is base game equipment. I will tell you that it hooks to every single one of these particular machines. I have tested a number of other base game machines, but I will let you make those discoveries. I will just show you the things to look for. when it comes to mods, it's literally endless at what this hooks to. There's a particular looking military truck that you can use to haul grain and logs that this thing will also hook to on the front of the truck. But what I'm going to show you doesn't look like what you have here. That might be the indication as to where it would hook up on your particular piece of machine. So basically what I'm trying to say is install the mod. It's endless. The possibilities are endless. You will enjoy this thing. All right, let's check out the JCB wheel loader. Okay, this is supposedly mainly created for the use of wheel loaders, harvesters, and telehandlers, forage harvesters, if you will. I don't have a forage harvester out here, but I have just about everything else. Well, this thing hooks right up to the rear of our wheel loader. So you can see on this particular wheel loader here, it's got a hitch, right? Well, that's kind of like a pin hitch, if I'm correct. It will literally hook to that kind of design on this particular mod or other things very similar to. Now, what can you do with it? Well, simple as this, everybody. You could then hook up a stump cutter. Remember, this is all base game equipment except for the mod. You could lower that stump cutter. Whoops. Might help to extend it out, Rusty. See, and then you could turn it on if you wanted. See, it's literally operating it. This machine is probably a little too high for a stump cutter use, but you get what I'm trying to show you here. What else could you maybe hook up to it? Well, man, you could do yourself a no tractor challenge. Yeah, a no tractor challenge. What's that? Operate a farm with everything but a tractor. Just like that. Lower it and go cultivate a field. Yeah, that's what I said. Alright, now on to the next piece of my showcase here. Let's detach that. We will get rid of the universal hydraulic tool. Let's move our wheel loader out of the way. Alright, now the forklift. Yeah, it will hook up to the forklift because look, back here, it's got like a pin hitch setup. It will attach to that, I promise you. Now, this little nifty little truck, it will also attach to the front of this little truck, and I'm gonna guess probably to the rear. I don't remember if I tested the rear of this little truck, but it will attach to that front because you can see that pin hitch there sticking below the front of the frame of the bumper. Alright, now this tractor just got a weight bracket right there, but look at that nifty little thing sticking between that weight bracket. That is a pin hitch. Yeah, it'll hook up to that front of that tractor. Now this is pretty unique. This here truck has a pin hitch at the front of it. It will attach to the front of this Mack truck. Or, I mean, excuse me, Volvo truck. Now, this case stagger, oh my goodness. It will also hook to this case stagger front pin hitch. Now, this is customized, not the US customization. So if we look at this particular tractor quick in the store, you will see this Case Stagger 715 quad track crawler. Okay, right now you can see we are on the European version with the pin hitch. If you select the US version, you don't have the pin hitch, so it won't connect to the front anyway. Then you got a harvester. In FS22, everybody, I did a no tractor challenge on Maypole Farm by Cavalier Roy, and I used a harvester as my main piece of machine to complete the challenge. And I did it because of that particular mod called the front lifter, which now we have this thing called the Unihyd, universal hydraulic tool, made by a different modder, which makes things like a no tractor challenge possible again. And then you have a telehandler here, everybody. Look, it's got a pin hitch at the rear of it. It will attach. Even more interesting, look at this hitch on the back of this harvester. It will attach to this harvester. And that harvester can seed a field, can cultivate a field, can do a number of things. So let's just show you, just briefly. Whoops, wanted to get into the forklift. We'll show you here. See, attaches just like so. Now, we should be able to, I think, lift our stump cutter. And we can operate the stump cutter because we got universal hydraulics. Let's get rid of that. Alright, now on to the next machine. Let's show you just where it hooks up. So we get in the little truck. And you can see I'm not going to try and operate in the tool because this thing is little. But you can see, look at that. Hooks right to the front. Now, you may ask, does it hook to the rear, Rusty? I bet it does, but it's going to be pretty low because that rear end is low to the ground. And there you go. It is hooked up, but we are touching the ground. It's probably not going to work very well on the rear of this truck, but you would be able to utilize it on the front probably with a couple of different, pieces of equipment. Alright, now let's move to the little tractor, the Japanese tractor. Let's see about hooking this up. Look at that. Hooks right up there. Now, if we go to the stump cutter, we can operate it. Alright. Now, the whole concept of this, everybody, is literally, you just gotta install the mod. If it is your kind of tool to use in Farming Simulator, I love this kind of mod. Alright, now the truck. This is a base game truck, not a modded truck. Everything here, again, is base game. So will it hook to that? Yes, it will. Alright, and it will operate things. Alright, now let's show you the stagger. The old quad track. Hooks right up to the front. Let's pick up the heavy mulcher thingy. We can lower it. It might not lower to the ground because it's a high vehicle, but look at there. You are operating it. That's the biggest point here, is to show you it will activate, it will operate different tools in Farming Simulator, allow you to operate different tools. Now the harvester. Let's look at the harvester. Let's take this one here we're closest to. You see, it hooks up to it. Now, what else? Yeah, it hooks right to that too. Look at that. Alright, well, let's leave that there for a second. Okay, now let's grab this telehandler. We'll show you that it attaches to a telehandler too. Let's not try and run it over. There you go. See, it attaches to a telehandler as well. Now, this particular mod will probably attach to a lot of other base game equipment, everybody. This is just to highlight for you just the teaser, if you will, of what it all will hook to. Now, everybody, if you got something out of this, or found this interesting, or potentially may lead you to being the creator of the next No Tractor Challenge in Farming Simulator, well, there is a mod now in Farming Simulator that will allow you to have a lot of fun in a No Tractor Challenge in FS25. That is right. You could do a No Tractor Challenge just like your friend RustyMoney did in FS22 on Maple Farm with the old mod called the Front Lifter by a different modder. Well, now we have this Unihyd by MTL Modding that gives you basically the same capabilities, just like this here, everybody. So if you found this interesting and enjoyable and informative, please drop me a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as a delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all your friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we'll see you all on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and comment.